We were founded in 1978 to be the information and networking center for what was then and remains today a very decentralized grassroots movement for clean, safe, and affordable energy. As we put it now, we are looking for or working for a nuclear-free, carbon-free energy future. It's attainable.
It is.
Technologically, we can do it now. 30 years ago, time of the first MUSE concert, it was a little bit, is kind of dreaming in a way of this day that is now, where it really now is possible. And Fukushima is the ever-present reminder that it's not only possible, it's necessary.
It's happening now. I mean, we're in it.
It seems to take this kind of event to awaken each new generation. And of course, it had been 25 years since Chernobyl. A whole generation had grown up, and that was sort of history to them. Now the entire world has seen nuclear reactors explode on their television screens and on their computer laptops, and all the different ways people get information today.
Yeah.
And it's it can't be ignored any longer. Mm-hmm. For a long time they were able to, now it can't. I read somewhere that 95% of the world's population knows about Fukushima. And 95% of the world's population knowing about anything is extraordinary. So the world has seen this. The world knows that the protestations by the nuclear industry that it's safe are not true. Mm-hmm. We've seen it.
Another lie.
So we now have the very real possibility to make real change and to make it more quickly than people might have thought possible even a few years ago. Because we have the technology, it's affordable, it's workable, and we have the unfortunate reminder that it's necessary.
What's the status? How many nuclear power plants do we have in the United States?
Right now in the U.S. we have 104. It's a far amount less than they had planned. More than half the reactors that were ever ordered by utilities were canceled before they were built or before they could go into operation. Back in 1973, President Nixon said he wanted 1,000 reactors in place by the year 2000. Well, he was off by about 90%. We've prevented new reactors from being built in this country for more than 30 years now, and we're working to continue preventing them. 2 years ago, there was all this talk about a nuclear renaissance. In the U.S. and abroad, we're seeing the renaissance collapse of its own economic weight because the reactors are so expensive. And now we're seeing it collapse further because people realize that not only are they absurdly expensive, but they may kill us.
So most of them are over 40 years old, would you say?
Most are over 30 years old in the U.S.
Okay.
When I say that we prevented them from building any for more than 30 years, that means preventing them from starting to build any new ones. It takes a good 10 years to build a reactor. The last reactor to come online in the United States was Watts Bar in Tennessee, but that came online in 1997, but it took them 23 years to build it. So.
And how many, hundreds of thousands of years will we be dealing with the waste of it?
Exactly.
What are the estimates of how much nuclear waste is out there right now, at least in the United States? Do you have any idea?
Oh, it's somewhere right now around 50,000 metric tons. Volume-wise, that's not enormous, but if you tried to put it all in one place, A, it's too thermally hot, B, and as you said, it's radioactively hot for millennia and millennia. To take just a few examples, plutonium-239 is hazardous for 240,000 years. Iodine-129 is hazardous in the millions of years. So, we've created, and these are substances that aren't found in nature. so we're creating these substances that will be hazardous for, literally eons. And the best idea that anybody's had, or the best idea the industry's had anyway, is to dig a hole in the ground and forget about it. Well, that hasn't worked out so well for them, and so we're as a society, not only the United States, but every other country in the world that has nuclear power is in the same situation, where they're sort of nibbling at the edges. They're thinking of solutions for the next 40 years or the next 100 years, but the problems are going to be with us with the waste for time immemorial.
I mean, can you say it's short-sightedness? I mean, are these people just insane that they would? I mean, come on. This is like a planet-killing action to build these things.
I sort of, I think it really came out of the bomb and the scientists who developed the bomb wanting something positive to come out of it. They'd worked on this death machine, this weapon of mass destruction, and they wanted to see if maybe they could turn that around and benefit society. So they came up with nuclear power. We sort of called them the nuclear priesthood. And the problem is that yes, they were able to produce electricity with this method, but they didn't really think it all the way through.
I'd say so. They did not think it all the way through.